Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today I will present my research proposal on teachers' perspectives on implementing student-centered learning towards low achievement students in mathematics. So for the introduction, the background of the study, there are 7 principles of student-centered learning according to Education Evolving, and these principles can be a resource for educators to use as they implement and practice student-centered learning. And what is the issue? According to International Research Journal of Engineering and Technology, there are 4 issues in implementing student-centered strategies in classroom. The first one is lack of interest and confidence. Second, lack of teachers' and students' interest. Third, the class size. And the last one is students feel discomfort when they work with others. So this is the problem statement. According to Faridi et al. 2016, teachers face difficulties in terms of encouraging their students to participate actively during the teaching and learning. And Asian educators need to be assessed to bring about change in their teaching practices and instruct how to design assessment that promotes student-centered learning practices. So, based on this, there are few barriers in implementing student-centered learning in classroom. This is basically from my observation. Most of the teachers said that there are time factors and low achievers need teacher's guide. Teachers also wanted to finish the syllabus. So, how primary school teachers can implement student-centered learning for low achievement students in mathematics? This is my research objective, to explore teachers' perspectives on student-centered learning towards low achievement students in mathematics. And there are 2 research questions here. How can teachers adopt student-centered learning approach in mathematics towards low achievement students? And the second one is, what is the constraint for applying the student-centered learning approach in mathematics towards low achievement students? So for the significance of the study, this study will benefit teachers that teach low achievement students, especially in mathematics, and it will provide the strategies that can be applied in low achievers classroom setting. It will also support the teachers to face the constraints in applying student-centered learning for low achievement students. Perhaps this study will be a guideline for me as a math teacher to implement the student-centered learning approach during my teaching session. This is the definition of term for student-centered learning. Student-centered learning approach is to encourage student engagement and active learning, which enhance students' independent thinking, knowledge and skill, which in turn improves critical thinking. According to Cornell and Jog 2007. And for low achievement students, includes students who are struggling academically or performing below proficiency that have been identified by their teachers as needing academic support, whether the students perform poorly on assessments or during classroom work. Comment 2015. Okay, for chapter 2, this is the related framework based on Vygotsky's social cultural theory, as it said that there is a relationship among learning, thinking, and knowing. This theory is useful for exploring the application of student-centered learning approach. So this is the idea of zone of proximal development, a space where students learn best by making their own efforts at critical thinking, problem solving, and self-discovery before the need for educators' instruction. So this is the past research for the student-centered learning implementation in mathematics. And this is the research on educators' perceptions on student-centered learning approach. So for the chapter 3, this research is phenomenological research in describing what all participants have in common as they experience a phenomenon. So I'm focusing on mathematics teacher that teach low achievement student. Researcher collects data from persons who have experienced the phenomenon. Yes, I'm collecting the data from only focusing on mathematics teacher that teach low achievement students, and the development of descriptions of the essence of this experience. I am focusing on the common experience of the participants, which are the teachers that experience in teaching low achievement students in mathematics. So for the research participants in sampling method, the purposive homogeneous sampling is the most suitable for this study. I am selecting a sample based on their experience in teaching low achievement class in mathematics, and the criteria is 10 primary school teachers that are teaching low achievement classes and teachers that teach mathematics only. For the data collection methods, I am planning to use semi-structured interview via WhatsApp, either in audio or text message. This method can be applied for teachers that teach in the other school. And the second one is audio recorded semi-structured interview within 30 minutes to 40 minutes for each teacher. This method can be applied to the teachers in the same school with me. The iterative process for the study. So the first one, the researcher will identify the research question, planning for the sampling methods and the participants. Then the data collection, which I will use the semi-structured interview. So the data collected will be analyzed using thematic analysis, and the last one is the finding. So this is for the data analysis by using thematic analysis. The first one, the researcher will transcribing the data. So the researcher will read and rereading data and noting down initial ideas. Then the second step is generating codes, coding interesting features of the data in a systematic fashion across the entire data set, collating data relevant to each other. The third one is searching for themes. So the collecting codes into potential themes, gathering all data relevant to each potential theme. The fourth step is reviewing the theme, checking if theme work in relation to the codes extract and the entire dataset, generating a thematic map of the analysis. Defining the themes for ongoing analysis to refine the specifics of each theme and the overall analysis, generating clear definitions and themes name. And the last one is the report, producing the report. Selection of compelling Examples: funnel analysis relating back to the research question and the literature. This is the ethical issues to be addressed. Number 1 is respect for participants. By using the informed consent, either in written or verbal. And the second one is privacy, confidentiality, and anonymity, for not revealing participants' true identities. And this is the last slide, trustworthiness of the study. The credibility by member checking, so the participants may correct the errors, and participants may recall additional information that were not mentioned before. So this can also guard against bias and demonstrate to the participants that the researcher value their perceptions and contributions. Okay, that's all.